G'day cocktail lovers, I hope you've been keeping well, and hey look, I'm doing another casual kitchen concoction. Not a cocktail per se, but I am making a drink. I decided to make a sour apple liqueur. No real reason, honestly. It's not something I want, it's not something I buy, because the sour apple drinks in shops are crap, honestly, even just the sour mix. But I just had the impulse. I wanted to make this, and so I'm gonna. In fact, I have been doing it for about 5 or 6 days now, doing the components. A big one is putting some Granny Smith apples in some vodka. Yes, vodka in my kitchen. This is the one thing vodka's good for, making a neutral base for a flavored drink. I've been following inspiration from Rob, from Rob's Home Bar. Rob makes a lot of liqueurs and syrups, so I got some guidance from him. I left this for about 5 days. I've been tasting it each day since about day 3. It's quite impressive. The apples have really softened the vodka, and it's slightly colored it. And this isn't the end thing. This is not a sour apple mix right here. This is the alcohol base. Although I'd tell you one interesting thing, I had a taste of this a couple of days in and thought, that's interesting, but it doesn't taste like apple. And then I drank some water and the water tasted like apple juice. So it's really good in there. So I've got this, my apple vodka, and I've also made an apple syrup. That was pretty straightforward. Again, it was Granny Smith apples, cover them in sugar, sugar turns to syrup. It's magic. The second syrup that will be going in here is a lemon lime syrup. That's the sour, it's sweet and sour, but that's the sour part of the sour apple mix. And it was just lemon and lime peel covered in sugar, and the sugar draws the syrup, well, it draws the oils out of the peel, and we get an oleo saccharum, citrus oil sugar. And so I'm going to go, I've got a 500ml bottle ready. I think I'm going to go 300 mils of the vodka. I'm going to strain it just because there's a few little fibers. The apple started to break down a little and I don't want that in there. So I'm going to fine strain that, 300 mils of the apple vodka. And then I'm going to add 100 mils of the apple syrup and 100 mils of the sweet and sour syrup, and give it a taste and see what that's like. Here is my sour apple liqueur, version 1 anyway. Now I'm going to give it a quick taste to see what it's like at the moment, because I might want to adjust it. Just a little taste. Oh, I'm liking that. There's a definite apple taste in there, and it's also got the sour from the citrus going on. It's not like a sour warhead or something. It's not like one of those lollies that makes your face twist up. But it's got a nice sort of fruity taste to it. I think this could be a winner. The other tip I've got from watching Rob and others is after you make this, you need to let it sit for a couple of days for all the flavors to really integrate. So that initial taste is good. I'm liking it. I'll leave it for a couple of days, then I think I'll come back and make a cocktail with it. And here I am, ready to make a cocktail. Having made a sour apple liqueur, it feels to me the obvious drink to make is an Appletini. And not just because I was a Scrubs fan with JD's make me an Appletini, easy on the teeny, which I always assumed meant put less alcohol and more of the apple in. But so this one is not going to be that strong alcohol, but I'm going to go a bit heavier on the teeny than JD wanted. I actually have a leftover apple flavored vodka from making my apple sour liqueur. So the first element that's going to go in this cocktail is 2 ounces of apple flavored vodka. I'm also going to add 1 ounce or 30 mils of my sour apple liqueur, which I've taste tested and it's great. I did actually add a little citric acid to it to make it just that little bit more tart. You could also just add more lime juice to it. You could do something to your taste, but I'm going to add 1 ounce, 30 mils of the sour apple liqueur. I'm also adding half an ounce or 15 mils of lime juice, which I squeezed earlier, part of which went into the sour apple liqueur, but let's go with 15 mils, half an ounce of lime juice. And I also have leftover apple syrup from making the sour apple liqueur, and I'm going to add about 1/3 of an ounce, around 10 mils of the apple sugar syrup. We add ice to our shaker, put it together, bang it in hard, give that a solid shake for 10 or 15 seconds. I have a chilled martini glass. I'm going to strain the drink into that. Now in terms of garnish, if you wanted one, you could do a thin slice of apple on the rim, or maybe dehydrated, floated on the top. Or hey, one of my favorite garnishes, maybe a maraschino cherry just dropped in there would make a nice contrast visually, color-wise. And there we have our Appletini. And look, you can go into a store, you can get apple vodka, you can get a sour apple liqueur. There's something satisfying with making your own. Definitely tastes better. I love how this apple liqueur has come out. The little bit of citric acid has given it that extra bite and tartness. You can adjust that to your taste. But it's like, it's just fun to make syrups and liqueurs and concoctions on your own. It's far more fun than buying bog standard stuff from a shop. But you do you. This is what I'm going to do. Whatever you're doing, look, I hope maybe I inspired you to try something a little different. If you enjoyed that, I hope you come back. Give me your old thumbs up on the video. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because I would love to see you again. If you hit the notification bell, you'll know when I upload again. But until I do see you again, I hope you take care of yourself. Take care of people around you. Until I see you again, cheers.